Alright, so we're back with some more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Yeah, so we're in Barracuda's their hideout here. We met Chitose, and we're about to see what she knows and why the Barracudas want her. Is finished napping? Lady, you're not in a position to be talking like this, but alright. Suppose I'll let it slide for now.
Right. Probably should go through things in order.
Yeah, maybe so.
I was at Akane-san's 4 days a week. She hired me to do housework.
So that part was real.
About 10 days ago. Actually, it's been 12 days. She up and disappeared without warning.
Really?
12 days ago. Were there any signs you could see it coming?
Nope. That day, I went to her house like always, but the door was locked and nobody was home.
You want to know anything,
She just stepped out to
Chitose?
run
I
an
don't
errand or
know.
something. But the next day and the day after, she was still gone.
Did you call the police at all?
No. You see, exchange students in Hawaii aren't exactly allowed to have part-time jobs. If I'd reported it, they might have figured out I was working here illegally.
Yes?
Meaning, when I went to the house, Akane-san was already long gone. So, wait, what were you still doing there?
Akane-san never gave
for her
me
to
my
come
last
back.
paycheck.
Oh.
It was a whole month's worth, too. I
Dang.
went in to get it for myself.
Okay, then.
Akane-san told me where she kept the money, and also how she had a spare key under the doormat.
Oh, it
Sure
seems like
enough,
she trusts
that was
you a
when you
decent
showed
amount.
up.
If that was the case, why didn't you just tell me what happened?
Right, like you would have believed me with all that?
Well,
Yeah, good point.
If you reported me to the police, I'd have been screwed. That's trespassing and robbery. All things
maybe a little
considered,
bit.
I had to get you out of there.
Okay,
And
then.
that's why you got me wasted off my ass and dumped me on the beach?
More or less.
I mean, that's a
Was
little
stripping me
overboard, don't
down
you think?
Really necessary? Thanks to you, my naked ass got jumped by the police.
That was the plan.
Thanks, Chelsea.
You'd be so caught
Appreciate
up
you.
in trying to protect yourself, you wouldn't even have time to chase me down.
Yeah, well, how'd that
That's
turn out
one
for
way to
you?
do it. Anyway, what are you doing here in District 5?
Well,
Oh, what? Don't clam up now.
you guys gotta promise. Not a
Oh,
word
really?
to
This is
anyone
what...
else, okay?
Really? Why do we have to do that?
That's the promise? You got any idea what
Right.
we've been through?
All right, we promise.
Oh, gosh.
Hey!
Why are you like this?
Kasuga!
Sure, she might have set me up, but it's got nothing to do with the fact that she's got a secret to keep.
I mean, it might.
Now, our priority is to find out what's going on. Yeah?
This is still assuming that she's telling us the truth.
That's how you see it. I guess an outsider like me ought to hush up.
Hey, you're anything but. Thanks, Tomizawa. All right, we promise to keep quiet. Can you tell us why you came?
Okay. But remember,
She wants to get in on the
don't
gig.
tell anyone. Got it?
We've been
Got it.
over this
Don't
already.
sweat. The boss would always compliment me on how well I could keep a secret.
That was the man, the myth, the
Huh?
legend.
Sure, whatever. The reason I came to District 5, it has to do with my family.
Okay, then.
Family? Back in Japan?
Do you know the name Fujinomiya at all?
Can't say
Not
I
ringing
do.
a bell. Not that I can
Hang on.
remember, at least.
The Fujinomiyas are major players in Japan's economy.
Well, then.
Figures one of you would know. If only everyone were more like Kasuga-san. Things wouldn't be so tough.
Sorry to hear that. So,
So, I'm the eldest daughter of the Fujinomiya family.
Okay, so you're like
And
rich. You're
as
like
it
an
turns
heiress.
out, I'm the top candidate for their successor.
Really now?
Wait,
They don't
so,
have
like,
any...
you're
okay.
some super sheltered rich girl?
Well, if
The
you wanna
whole
put a label on it.
jewels and whatnot?
But yeah.
No,
basically.
the jewel, none of that
Sure,
ring out. Oh,
Coming from a famous family has its perks.
I'm sure
But
it
in
does.
reality, they're all just a bunch of lunatics who will do whatever it takes to keep up the family name.
Well,
That's a
that sounds
prestige
pretty
thing, huh?
about right.
That's not too different from the Yakuza.
If you ratted me out to the police, and my family found out about my part-time job, just thinking about it, it's terrifying.
She's so worried about us
I knew
routing her
District
out.
5 was dangerous coming in. But I heard that once you're inside, you can essentially disappear. Even the police can't get their hands on you. That's why, after I got you zonked, I immediately skipped over here. Word around town was that you needed a passport to get in.
Oh, so the reason you took all my stuff was partly to get at my passport.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense, but man, that's one reckless stunt you pulled.
I was desperate. And it's not like I don't feel bad, you know?
You sure about that?
One thing I don't
You
get.
sure about that?
Your family's totally loaded, right?
That's
Why would anyone
would seem to
bother
be
go
what's
through all that
suggested,
trouble for a month's pay at a part-time job?
right?
Your folks can just wire you however much you want, right?
Sounds like they're not like
Here's the thought. Why do you think rich people actually get rich?
fame, money, power,
No clue,
to be
actually.
degenerates, you know,
It's because
look
they're
at the ones we have right
stingy.
now. Well, I mean, that helps. Okay, I think I get why Chitose-san set me up. Now we just need to figure out what the Barracudas want with her. Doctor, wow, they really, yeah, let me save again so we don't have to go through that talk. Should somehow we get wrecked. I really don't think that should be the case, but maybe I'll talk to the others on the off chance they have something new to say. There's a lot we want to ask.
Yo.
Yeah. Are you really okay with all you just heard? I mean, she basically pulled you into this mess. Well, nothing new for us at this point. Yep, more
Okay.
questions.
Well, it's pretty clear why you set up Kasuga.
Yeah, after hearing that
Let's hear about why the
explanation.
Barracudas are out to get you. I'm sure there's a story there.
Okay, so apparently it's rare for someone like me to turn up around here.
Yeah, I imagine
As
it
soon as I
would.
entered District 5, they took me straight to the guy in charge.
Probably
Wait,
because you have money
you
and
mean the Barracuda's
connections.
boss?
Yeah. And after we talked, he seemed to take a liking to me.
I'm sure he likes the money.
Yeah. Well, you don't look too unhappy about it. What then?
Well, then, the boss decided to keep me at his hideout.
And by keep, you mean...
Look, I'm sure you can piece it together for yourself.
Ah,
Anything was better than having my family find out. At least, that's what I told myself. But it was kind of a bust. He never even made a move. I
what?
mean,
Smashville
maybe he's
discipline.
just been stressed out or something.
The hell do I say to that?
They gave me
Yeah,
a room
fair.
and everything, but I was bored out of my mind in there. They told me not to leave the room, but I snuck out and explored a bit anyway.
Well, it sounds like
Next thing
you
you know,
didn't
I
follow the
find
rules
this
and now.
in the boss's study.
And now you caused everybody problems?
That's Akane-san!
Of course it
There's
is.
all kinds of info about her on here. Address, phone number, height, facial
Take a
features.
picture of that at the very least if you're not going to read
Hey,
it.
wait a second. Your mind had this too.
Right. He's after her, same as these guys. What's it all mean? Why are all these gangsters chasing after Akane-san?
I don't know, but it's worth noting I found this in the trash. That probably means he doesn't need this anymore, right? More than that,
Presumably.
couldn't it mean the Barracudas actually got to her?
Or he just gave
With
up
that in
on
mind,
it.
I thought there might be a chance they were holding her somewhere nearby. That's why I started snooping around all their factories and stuff.
Well, that's a good way to
bunch
be
of
in
lackeys
places you're not
found.
supposed to.
And now I've been branded some kind of traitor. Long story short.
Talk about reckless.
Right?
Really, I'm just glad I was able to meet up with you guys. You're on the run too, right? Why not team up?
Oh, fourth party
I'll show you
member
the way
inbound.
out of here. And in exchange, you guys will be my bodyguards. Sound good?
I don't know.
Whoa, slow down a second, all right, princess? Kasuga, whatever you decide to do, I'm with you.
You say that like you had a
Boss and
choice
I
in
got a
that.
score to settle. And I say it's time. All the more so. Now that Roman is dead.
Well, we did kind of bring him
Kiryu-san?
into it.
It's your call. I'll follow your lead.
Is it actually a choice I get to make, or are they just playing this up?
Can you show us the way? But not the way out. I want to see the boss man first.
Okay, glad we got a choice.
Did you hear a word I said? What, you want to take the scenic route for this guy?
Yes.
No. Actually, I'm choosing this for myself. Akane-san might be my flesh and blood mom, and I'm not gonna abandon her. Simple as that. And if you're too
We're still
scared to
under
go
the
back,
assumption that she's
can
even
this
here.
point us in the right direction?
You serious about this?
Yeah.
Truth be told, I'm worried about Akane-san too.
Well, yeah, you gotta
She
get that
hadn't hired
paycheck,
me.
am I right?
I'd probably be face down in a gutter somewhere.
Then,
That said, there's no point in rushing to our deaths. If things get dangerous, we bail. Okay?
I'm sure
Okay.
in the underground
counting on you,
part
Chichan.
of the hideout, that'll be a
I'm
very
sorry.
easy thing to
What?
do.
Chichan! It's a nickname!
No, stop.
You've never had a girlfriend, have you?
Dang, called out.
How'd you know that?
Never mind. Let's do it, Ichiban.
Because
Okay.
you wouldn't be
Follow me.
calling her that, clearly.
Kasuga.
Hey, don't sweat it. I told you. I'm doing this one for me. Mind lending a hand?
Right. Thanks.
Kiryu, you actually good to go? You're not gonna have an attack on your hands, right? Well, baseball hit it a third time, so if somehow, some way, something happened, well, I suppose they give us skip options, but on the off chance, I suppose, I was kind of hoping if she was actually going to join our party, she would do it there, but it looks like that's not happening. We need to go out. Okay, well, that would seem to suggest that we can actually get through that area at some point or another. You good? Oh, I gotta go first. Of course, well, that's awkward timing.
Chichan!
Well, that didn't take long. Stand back. I'm such a gentleman. Oh. Unfortunately, I'm not really the damsel in distress type. Hey, you're gonna fight too? I'm pretty quick on my feet, you know? Trust me, I won't hold you back. Alright, if you say so. Well, you're probably about like half our levels, but... Take all the help you want. You're still getting slaughtered. Alright, well...
I'll bury you! Show me what you got.
We'll see about that.
Okay, I'm up.
Nope, nothing special. Okay. Palm tree pose. Limbers up. Increases our attack and agility. That's pretty nice. Flawless execution of one of Ballet's most challenging leaps. Damages an enemy implies weapon attributes, so she benefits from weapon attributes.
Hurry up, let's go. I'll take you on.
Sip and share gossip as Chitose recovers her and allies HP. Man, maybe having a fourth member for that Sujimon fight would have been a helpful thing to have. You know, it's almost like doing the main story is like a helpful thing for helping with the side stories. Bringing gears of Chitose's ballet training to the battlefield. Damages enemy, applies weapon attributes. It is a grapple, that's pretty nice. Chitose's runway walk has a high chance to charm her enemies. Wow, that's 30 cost. Okay. Well, doesn't seem like... Oh, surely we should at least check out a few of the moves. Oh, well, we can actually... Does only charm one? It seems to suggest that it's got range for four. Sure, why not? Let's try our charm.
Don't blame.
Hey, we got two of them. Not that it really matters. We could probably have just used the toolbox and got rid of all of these nerds, but you know, it's the thought that counts, right?
Here we go.
People are probably gonna say that was like a huge waste of SP, which is, I mean, fair, but also, like, you gotta show them off while I'm free to basically do it, right? Don't think you're getting out of here alive. Well, let's make sure that they're able to walk away and do whatever they need to do before, you know, stopping them at all. No? Okay, then. We got straight up lasers going on now. He flipped the security system. Looks like those lasers mean business. Should keep pushing through. Just be careful not to touch them, alright? Pay close attention to how they're moving. We're gonna have to time this just right. Chelsea is now accompanying me. Well, let's go. Alright, well, surely we have some better gear we can throw on her, maybe. She's an heiress. Well, that would make sense. Her weapon is a sports choker. Okay. Choker with magnet for sports, magnetic force stimulates blood circulation, rubs the neck and muscles. You say so. Well, how about a punk choker? Attack and weapon skills have a chance to cause fear. Well, that works out perfectly for her, because like half of her skills are able to inflict status effects. Just give her whatever the highest thing we have here. A Hawaiian hat? That makes sense. Running clothes is about as good as we're going to get. Loafers is looking like that's about as good as it's going to get for us. Okay, then. Gear-wise, well, what do you have? 240 HP. I mean, that's more HP than you think she would have. Defense is relatively low. We give that up. That's fine. What else? The black belt, maybe? I mean, it's just kind of good overall. Nullify items, recover HP when you receive a buff. Not really. Increase money. I mean, I could always use it just for money. Recover MP. She does use a lot of MP. Greatly lower damage. I think her attack is really not all that high either. I mean, her defense was even lower until we put that on, but she does have high agility, so we don't really have to worry that much about that. Could use the designer earrings just for willpower, so I'm pretty sure willpower is just like special attacks. Or special defense, essentially. In which case, that would just make her an all-arounder at that point, at least for the level she's at. That seems fine. Alright then. Couldn't possibly press the button to turn off the security system. No, that'd be too easy. Yeah, you'll be fine. We get it. Not hiding anything immediately afterward, are we? Well, okay. Feels like I'm missing something by not going over there, and I would have been. Looks like only Kiryu, or Kazuga here actually matters if it gets hit. Iron fragments, not exactly the thing I was really hoping to come back for, but better than nothing, I suppose.
I could take on anything.
Whatever you say, Chitose. Not even close. Almost immediately got walked into. It feels bad. Alright, well, none of these are exactly difficult to dodge at this time. A safety brooch as I stand right in front of lasers. Yeah, okay, sure. No lasers here. We're good on that end. Should be able to just run through that. We got a item over here. Electric fragments, sure. Always neat.
Ow! Hey, careful, Kasuga.
Really?
Keep slipping up like that and you're done for.
Can't afford any missteps. Figure out the timing, then dash through all at once.
Thank you for saying the obvious, guys. Appreciate you. Well, at least it's not an insta-kill, I guess, and 30 HP is very much so. Who cares damage? Finally, a revive item. It's straight garbage, though. Only a 1 HP pickup. Although I suppose at this point in the game, that's actually useful, because you may or may not have the hero's revival. She is fast. Well, may as well show off another one. Only single enemy, though. Only single enemy as well. They're both medium attacks. Knockback or grapple? Well, neither one really seems to matter. Guess we'll just use the one that's cheaper. You're able to get 2 out of it.
Ass kicking time!
Ready when you
Looks like I'm up.
Man, having a 4th party member would really be helpful. So, hopefully we keep it longer than this. Kinda would have thought that I would have had more gear for her at this point, considering as much as we've done outside of the main story, but apparently that's just not a thing right now. Supreme Herb, very much who cares? Nothing else you're trying to hide from me? Nothing? Good. What do you got over here? Electric fragments? I'll take it. Ooh. Okay. Just in time. There's a chest over there. Doesn't look like I can get to it from here, though. Think we should be fine. Just run into these guys. Chitose still needs some levels anyways. Dude, I guess I can show off palm tree pose, why not? She gets a few good stretches in. Is that the only thing?
Allow me.
Attacking agility immediately up is certainly not the worst.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Pretty bold.
Alright, Kiryu, just do your thing, I guess. Well, when did all these come? It's gonna be a bit of a wave motion here. I mean, we have enough HP at this point that it's very much so, who cares?
Got it.
Cyber choker, mechanized choker with a futuristic look. Okay, I can't imagine it's better than our punk choker, but we may as well check it out, right? Yeah, it's just arguably worse. Buff your crit rate, though, is not the worst idea. I wish I knew how much, like, inherent crit I had on attacks and whatnot. That would have been a nice, like, a nice stat to display, but I guess that's not happening. Unless it's, like, a set percentage chance of it happening. Not exactly sure how I feel about this area. I mean, I don't mind the laser gimmick and whatnot, but it does slow down the area a lot more without really adding all too much to it. I mean, the actual aspect of the design of it is cool, but like it just doesn't really add all that much. It still feels kind of strange. I mean, I guess the factory aspect, but even still. I feel like I should be running through some like Gaster Blasters or something.
Alright.
I feel like I'm gonna have a bad time.
Let's do it!
Okay.
Alright, well, we have a HP and SP regen area, so I guess go ahead and do whatever you're gonna do.
Do your worst. Looks like I'm up. Do your worst. What?
Alright, well, do your worst if you'd insist.
Do your worst.
Let's get it done!
Really? That didn't knock into the other guy? Apparently he's guarding. Well, good luck with that.
Sorry about that.
Pretty much can skip through these fights. Unfortunately, it's just an aspect of doing as much of the sub-stories as we did before
Made it
now.
out okay.
Looks like we can take a break here. Let's lay low for a bit.
Anything else you want to try and hide from me before I go into there? Because this game does love doing that. Even in the first game before this one, it did. About that, go through another series of fights. I guess we'll do that in the next episode on the off chance that it gets turned into a boss fight, so that way people will have something to look forward to immediately and not have to watch until the entirety at the end of this video for it. That being said, appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.